There were multiple things at home, at office, at the new environment. I just keep the day's intention that today only finish this much. That's it. With that, it helps me to progress every day. So this is a very key thing, and I will like people who are watching here, do watch till the end. Don't go away, because we are going to share something really special. Welcome to BWB, where we reignite the joy of reading among those who have lost this amazing habit. If you're new to this channel, I welcome you. Do join us. Here we share fiction and non-fiction books, insights of these books from century-old lessons which they have learned, authors have written, and we are here bringing all those insights to you and help us, all of us, learn through those books and grow through them. So join us, and here we will be discussing Alice in Wonderland and The Magic. These two books, we have already discussed the part one in previous session. If you have missed it, watch the previous session, and we are continuing that for June month. With this, I would like to invite Geeta ji to continue the story of Alice in Wonderland.
Hi everyone, welcome to Alice in Wonderland. I am super excited to share a little secret with you all today. So, how many of you can feel life's worries are weighing you down, just draining your zest and sparkle? Worry not, I have a little magic up my sleeve. Just piggyback on Alice as she tumbles into a whimsical wonderland. This timeless classic, adored by dreamers across generations and loved by readers across ages, invites you to steal back your inner child. Learn to laugh again, let go, and move out of your seriousness. Find joy in the ordinary, wonder in the absurd, and courage in the curiosity. Because Alice is here to show you the way. So, why waste time? Let us follow Alice. So Alice was swimming in her sea of tears, and she observes a lot of other creatures were swimming along with her, along with Mr. Mouse. And now everybody gets out of the water and assembles on the bank of the that pond kind of a thing and tries to dry themselves. So now they think they have a discussion, how can they dry themselves up? And Mr. Mouse, who seems to have some authority there, instructs them, you all make a circle, sit down, and I'm going to dry you up. So he starts telling the driest story possible. And it is the story of William the Conqueror. And it is so dry, everybody is shrugging off with boredom, but they are not drying up at all. Then one big bird, Dodo, suggests that let us have an exertion, let us have a kind of a caucus race. Everybody chorus, what is that caucus race? He says, it's not for explanation, let us do it. So he assigns everybody a spot in a circle, and then the race begins. So that caucus race is so amazing and so confusing because it doesn't have a beginning, it doesn't have an ending, it doesn't have any rule, it doesn't have any kind of a regulation. Nobody is supervising anything. And suddenly, half an hour is what Alice thinks has passed, and Dodo calls out, the race is done. And everybody is confused. Is it done? Who has won? Dodo says everybody has won. Everybody, who gets the prizes? Everybody gets the prizes. They are confused. Who is going to give the prizes? Dodo says Alice is going to give the prizes. Now Alice is in a quandary. So she puts a hand inside her, the frock, and by chance she's got a packet of candies. So she hands one to each. So big birds, they can't even taste it. So smaller birds are already choking on that. Now they have settled down again and they are sitting down in a circle, and then they are clamoring for a story from Mr. Mouse. Mr. Mouse is going to tell the story of his sad and long story of why he hates cats and dogs. And as he is narrating it, Alice has drifted off into a wonderland of her imagination, thinking why he has called his tale as, it is long, of course, why has he called it as a sad tale? She thinks it is the tale behind him. And Mr. Mouse observes that she is not focusing and gets very annoyed and walks off. Now Alice calls out to him, please come back. And then she says aloud, oh, I wish I had my cat Diana with me. And as soon as she tells the word Diana, the cat, everybody is in a fluster. They have some pretext or the other to just vanish from the sea. And Alice is now very sad. She is lonely. And then she hears the pitter-patter of some feet coming near. But my focus is taken by the caucus race. Isn't this caucus race so reminiscent of our own rat race, where everybody is running around, without any kind of a cause or any kind of a goal, and there is no any kind of rules or regulations? Who has won, who has failed, who has got success, and why is everybody getting the prizes? Or is it only those who have won they have got the merit, they have won it? It is so confusing. So what are your reflections on this, on any aspect of this, Siddharth? Would you enlighten me?
Absolutely. I'm completely aligned to this thought of, finding a purpose always, because I've seen as a business consultant, I've been part of projects where I started projects, and it was always like this, like the dodo starting a caucus race, and I am there in meeting rooms where people are there from all over the world. They are all like senior folks in the business, in the technology, from different parts of the company, and everybody is sitting in the room. These rooms are like more than 30 plus big, I mean 30 plus people sitting in a room and discussing about something. Everybody is talking. It's like typical fish market of India. Everybody is talking and they are not making any sense. I was like, where should I start from? And then I used to get like bogged down to the level that I had to shout, okay, everybody has to listen to me now. And then I had to put a plan, and that is where the chaos could be broken somehow. I could bring back the people into a real purpose and direction, because that is what was missing in the room when they all started just like that. I think this is a very important lesson in our own lives as well, because when we don't start with a purpose, we can get strayed away with a lot of things which are going on. The car honking, the school. I have a school near my place, so people, the parents coming from for dropping their kids, all that happening, and then there's a lot of noise. And I'm thinking, okay, what was my thing? What I wanted to do? I just wanted a cup of tea to be made, and I forgot that. That is exactly why I get into meditation every day, to set my intention. So I think that is how I start my days. But this is a very important reminder for all of us. What do you think, Shitapa?
Yeah, absolutely, Siddharth. I can relate. I was also in this mess few months back, and I had to do my preparation for a job interview, manage my nephew, take care of the cooking stuff, and help my sister for other household activities, and as well as on weekends there were unplanned activities. So a lot of things was going on, and then we had our own schedule for author curriculums which we have to finish, and I have to complete my writing of book, publish it, and everything was going on. So there was a lot to manage, and I was totally messed because I was not setting my day's intention right. So and luckily we discussed, and then I realized that okay, how important it is, and as you have guided people, you have also guided me, and I set the intention of the day right, and that really worked like a magic, because I was able to focus on task hour by hour, and that helped me to prep well, that helped me to get a job well, and also published my book on the same month, and it was all flowing in place, and I was so much sorted. So the same thing continued here. There were a lot of things to manage. There were multiple things at home, at office, at the new environment. I just keep the day's intention that today only finish this much, that's it. With that, it helps me to progress every day. So this is a very key thing, and I will like people who are watching here, do watch till the end. Don't go away, because we are going to share something really special. So follow us, share, and subscribe. Don't forget that. I'm giving hand over to Sujata ji for the non-fiction book Insights, The Magic.
Thank you, Shritapa. It was such a pleasure, Gita. And Alice and animals ran round and round in cockroach race. No direction, no goal, no winner. Wait, correction. Everyone is declared a winner. So isn't that just what modern life is? Emails flying, meetings multiplying, to-do lists longer than grocery bills. And by the end of the day, we still ask ourselves, what did I do even today? So, Rhonda Byrne in The Magic hits a pause right here. She says, don't start your day like you're shot out of a cannon. Take a few intentional moments in the morning before you even get out of bed. Just say thank you. She shares the story of a woman who used to wake up grumpy and rushed, and the entire day went like that. But once she simply started whispering thank you, as soon as she opened her eyes, her mood, her focus, even her relationships, they changed. Why? Because her energy wasn't in chaos mode anymore. So the mapped inside, the characters in the caucus race are busy but going nowhere. Rhonda reminds us it's not about slowing down your pace. It's about starting from a place of purpose. As what Siddharth, he also said that the meeting went on and without any direction. So we have to establish that place of purpose initially. That's important. One calm, grateful moment in the morning can turn that mad dash into a meaningful journey. Basically, less mad tea party, more mindful start. Now, Jasvi, would you like to add something to it?
Yes, Sujata. I completely agree with Rhonda Byrne on this. And I learned this lesson very early in life when I was appearing for my chartered accountancy final exams, and we had to, go for our classes. And the morning we had to rush to the place of work for our articleship, that we had to do. And I had to catch a train. And in Mumbai, the metropolitan that it is, it's a crazy rush in the morning to get a train, to be reach on time, to get an auto to reach your place of work, or a cab. It's just crazy. It's everyone is like running around. And I realized the mornings when I woke up and I was in this mad rush to get ready, and I hope I don't miss my train, because it's a matter of few seconds. You miss that train and the next train is after 5 minutes, and every 5 minutes makes a difference. So I realized that if I go on like this, like acting like as the world is coming to an end, if I don't make it for that train, it's always going to be that the same story. Finally, one morning I realized that I am in such a rush, and I read somewhere that every morning when we wake up, the earth, the ground that we have below our feet, is actually supporting us. And if we thank the universe, the Mother Earth, it's all of us, our weight, everything she's bearing. So I woke up, I said thank you to the ground, to Mother Earth, that is. And after that, I slowly started realizing that I became calmer, and I did not miss any trains. I was always in time at work, and it was a smooth day. So it just started with that one moment of gratitude in the morning, which flowed through the day. So definitely, Sujata, I completely agree with this. That one moment of calm in the morning brings you calm through the day, and then you're a relaxed person and you feel fulfilled at the end of the day. So this is my personal experience. I think gratitude really makes a lot of difference in our life. So what do you think, Shritapa? Would you like to add something?
Yeah, thank you, Jaspreet, for telling that beautiful tip of life that you need to feel gratitude and calm down a little bit in the morning. So I'll just share a small, experience which I am having recently. What I do is even before jumping out of the bed, I just hold myself tightly and I say, "You are doing great at life." This is what I say to myself, and then I just kiss myself like this. And that is what I do for myself, because I stay alone and you need a little bit of self motivation that yeah, everything is going great and you're doing awesome. So this is what I do to myself. And when I wake up, then the more as I said in my previous session also, the sun shines as if it is smiling. So I just hold my hands like this and I say thank you for a beautiful day again, and we will talk soon. So and then that's how I just do a small thank you to him and I get ready. And this makes my day start with a very positive and happy way, I would say. I don't know what great am I doing in that, but I'm feeling good and my day goes better. And I've seen a little shift in myself that I do not get irritated. I do not lose my patience. And I am smiling the entire day because I started that way. So this is the change. And I just want to share if that helps anyone. So with this, I will like to give it over to Geeta. Dr. Geeta, over to you. Please continue, Alison.
Thank you, Shritapa. I loved what you shared about self-love, giving yourself love to start the day. That is so amazing because I also do that. And I loved what Jasveer shared about, grounding and showing gratitude to Mother Earth. Even that too, I do. And it feels so wonderful because Mother Earth is like mother. She's bearing us. She's always there loving us. And you are, the way you show love to yourself is where you are appreciating your, you are there for you. You are the one, your friend, and everything. And that is so amazing. Yes. Going towards what Alice was doing. So now she was so unhappy there and she was, shedding tears. Suddenly she hears the sound of footsteps, pitter patter of steps there, and she sees around Mr. Rabbit is coming back again. And he is searching for his gloves and his, fan. And Alice feels very guilty because she had taken it, right? So she also starts to search for it. Mr. Rabbit sees her and he mistakes her for Mary Ann, his maid, and instructs her, "Go get my gloves and my fan." She quickly runs off into his cottage and up the stairs, and in the room there, she finds them on the table and also a bottle filled with liquid. Thinking that it will make her a size, raise her size, increase her size, she drinks it almost half the bottle, and suddenly her head is hitting the ceiling. And she has to bend down her neck, otherwise it will break. She puts out her hand outside, puts her leg up the chimney because she has to somehow stop it growing, and luckily it stops. Now she is almost, kind of suffocating inside the room. And Mr. Rabbit is coming up the stairs because why hasn't she come back? She doesn't allow him to open the door. And then Rabbit tries to come with his servant from the window outside. She puts out her palm and swats them out, and they fall to the ground there. Then Mr. Rabbit sends his little Bill lizard, his servant, up the chimney. But she puts out her leg and kicks him out into the ground, into the sky. Now there is a big mob outside, and they say we are going to, burn down the house. She says, I will set my dog, my cat Diana on you. Now they start throwing pebbles, but so magically the pebbles, before touching her, turn into small cakes. And she thinks, if I eat this cake, I might become smaller. And she eats one cake and she becomes small, almost 3 inches. Now she opens the door and runs out. The mob, which is waiting there, tries to mob her, but she runs off into the woods. And she's safe. But what is making me feel really curious is how so reminiscent and reflective of the episode is with our own lives, where Rabbit thinks her as Marianne, mistakes her for someone else, and boxes her into the role of a maid. How we also get boxed into so many roles and responsibilities in our lives, which we are not ready, which we cannot get out of. Society assigns us role as, in a social life or in our professional life or in a personal life, and we take so much of pressure to respond to that, to fulfill it, and we consume just like those, the cakes that came rushing at her, and she consumes it. We consume all the trends and the viral content and all the advice and everything thrown at us, and it is so amazing how it is happening with our life too. And what do you think, Siddharth? What is your reflection on this?
This is a very beautiful conversation, Dr. Geeta. I was loving the way you were talking, the narrative. And Alice, though she is trying to understand and she is trying to catch up with the situation she has got into, it's like a bubble, right? I again talk about bubbles because we all are in our own bubbles. And in our bubbles, we have different roles. We are living multiple roles only because we are in a society which is perceiving us in different ways. And if I just talk about my example here, uh, typically what happens is, with the consulting I do, I was getting different kind of people talking to me in different ways. Like in some part, I was like a leader. Some part I was a receiver. Some part I was like a friend. Some part I had to be emotionally attentive to someone. And there were different roles I was getting into and playing them. But when I did that, I also felt like I am losing myself somewhere, my own entity. And that is where I think we all struggle with, because when we are trying to play various roles, we get into this persona of satisfying or fulfilling somebody else's perspective of how they look at us. And that, I think, is what I'm talking about. When we reflect on our own self in our me time, we understand that we are actually getting overwhelmed and we are not getting time to show that to anybody what we are feeling at some point of time. And that is exactly why I feel that we should have a time when we should spend for ourselves, feel the me in ourselves, what is the being we hold in ourselves, the spirit we hold in ourselves. We feel that, and then we interact with others, because that will completely shift the kind of perspectives we even have while talking to others. So I feel that when Alice is running away, it is because she has a fear inside her, and she is running away from people because she has that fear, and that will not be there if we accept ourselves like we are and then we interact with others. I think that is how I look at it. And what do you feel, Shitapa? How you look at this chapter particularly?
Yeah, a very, very good perspective from you. I have another perspective for this. Like, women play various roles in life, a mother, a daughter, a sister, and then wife, and all these things, roles have their own responsibilities. So at times you are not ready to take it, and people have just boxed you in that role. And when things come to you, you are not ready. So like for child marriage, a woman gets married, maybe she's not ready for being a wife, she's not ready for being a mother, and she's just given that role by the society, and unfortunately she's just trying to do the duties of that role, although she may not be ready. So that's how I see that due to pressure of the society, due to pressure of the situation, we deliver something, but we may not be doing our best because it has been forced on us. So it's something which where we have to voice out, maybe, to bring a change within us and in the society. So that's what I felt from this conversation. So it was a beautiful, I think, insight from this century-old book, which still holds relevant in whatever may be the designation a person holds in personal or professional life. With this, I would like to continue with Sujata. Sujata, you can explain more about it through the book Magic, how nonfiction relates with it.
Yes, Shwetapa, as you said, we all struggle with our roles. You gave the example of child marriages, which is very apt. And we all have our own struggles. Sometimes we feel we are too big for the role. Sometimes we feel we are too small for the role. So Alice gets mistaken for the white rabbit's maid. Then she drinks from the bottle, grows huge, and the next moment she's so tiny, she's wading through pebbles that turn into cakes. Now, let's be honest. We all go through this. One moment we feel we are the queen of the world, and next moment we are Googling how to hide under the desk respectfully. So this is part of life. Now, in Rhonda, in the chapter on the money magnet, she teaches us that when you feel small, especially with money or self-worth, gratitude shifts you into empowerment. She shares about a man crushed under debt who started saying thank you for small things, coins found in the drawer, someone paying for his coffee, and slowly his finances and self-worth transformed. He tells us to set intentions before the day even begins, like pre-seasoning a dish. A little gratitude early on makes everything taste better, even traffic. So the mapped insight here would be just like Alice is thrown into a role she didn't choose, made to a rabbit. She didn't want to be that, but she was mistaken as a maid. So we often feel misplaced in life. Gratitude helps us reclaim who we are. So when life throws pebbles at you, like it did at Alice, Rhonda's message is start seeing the magic even in the pebbles. You might just shrink the stress and grow your calm. Thank you. So now over to you, Jasveer, if you would like to add anything, share your perspective on this incident.
Yes, Sujata. I have an experience from an uncle who, about this money magnet thing that you mentioned. It's very true. So this uncle of mine, he was doing very well, prospering a lot in his business, and he started realizing whenever he then unfortunately a few of his orders didn't go through, and he got upset and depressed, and he kept saying, "Oh, I can't make money. I can't make money." And then a downward spiral started, wherein he kept calling for the negative, not doing well in his business. Then his father, his father suggested that you should be grateful for what you have instead of cursing what you're not getting in life, and stop, things will improve. And that's when he realized that it was time that he, takes stock of his business and starts being grateful for those customers, those few customers. And he started focusing on those customers, getting better with his relations with them. The orders started improving. Then by word of mouth, his business became famous and he got more orders. And all this happened just because he attracted good energies. He kept saying that, yes, I will receive more orders. And he was being positive about attracting money. And it all flowed into him, getting back to a good position in business. And he did very well. So this is very true. If we attract all this, and if we show gratitude, whatever you show energy towards, it grows. So he attracted the negative energies, and that affected his business. When he started showing gratitude towards whatever he had, instead of cursing what he didn't have, it started helping him in life. And I'm sure this is true for all of us. So over to you, Shritapa. just do give your insight too.
Yeah, another beautiful example from you, Jasbir, and I cannot relate much to this because this is so close to me. Whenever I thought that, yeah, this is something, being a very positive person, I used to always see at the positive side of it. And luckily, through all ups and downs of life, I just pulled what was positive towards me. No matter whatever happened for good. That is what my motto was. No matter however I am doing, I'll start with whatever I have. And today, I get what I needed, maybe what universe thought is best for me. That's what my thought remains, and this helps me grow in leaps and bounds. I don't have to, beg anything. I don't have to lament for what is not there in my life or not there, which others enjoy. Maybe I just shifted the perspective to the abundance I enjoy in life. So this, I think, brings a lot of positivity, a lot of growth, and definitely has made my relationship with money a lot more, because now I happily say I'm capable of receiving more because I want to help more. So this relationship has become so strong that I know that I've been given to give back to the society. So I wrap up the conversation which we had through these two amazing books. And as you have heard, we are end of the conversation. And yes, I had said that you will watch till the end and you will get something insightful from us. We do have the Sunday Mega Quiz. BWB Sunday Mega Quiz is every month, last Sunday. So do join us here, same time, 5 p.m., last day of the month on Sunday, to play the quiz and win goodies from us. So don't forget to share and subscribe if you have enjoyed the conversation and learned through this. Goodbye. Tata. Take care.